They're gonna hang me in the morning, set me out to dry. Gonna take my skin and put it on a flagpole to fly high.
We're on. Take one. Artocast.
Radio check.
Radio check. Checks mix this.
Why are we back again?
Chex Mix. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sponsored by Chex.
Check it. And crack it.
Yeah, so we were talking earlier. You've never read The Jungle by Upton Sinclair.
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's a pretty trippy novel. It's about kind of basically factory life back in, I think it might have been the 30s. And it's a story about people that worked at a meat factory, I think it was. Processing and shit, like
Factory shit.
hot dogs and shit like that.
The deep.
Yeah, and the working conditions were so bad, and a guy actually even fell into the meat grinding vat, and they didn't even do anything about it.
They just kept grinding burgers? Well, that was back in the day.
Hot dogs, yeah, dude. So somebody had a human hot dog. In the early days, dude.
Kept up the human hot dog.
Can you imagine that?
You're talking what it was in this story, in this book.
Yeah,
it's about factory, total factory life.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I mean, I think his version of it is fictional, but he wrote it from stories that he'd heard and so forth.
I always want to do something like that. Shows about, factories.
Yeah.
Like doing more of a detailed thing.
Yeah.
Called high maintenance.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Because nowadays with the OSHA rules and all those other things, man, there's stuff that goes down in factories, man.
You ever work in a factory?
Yeah. Well, fiberglass installation.
Where?
In Lakeland, Florida. I built one.
You built a factory.
Well, I was part of building it, but like they'd have so you had the fiberglass is made out of glass.
Yeah.
And then insulation is spun into like a fancy wool. And so you have huge melters, giant melters with glass, and then it goes through this channel and into these spinners, America. And they go in these spinners, and there's a lot of stories there, man. People jumping in.
Yeah.
And in it.
Remember the 80s movie Gleaming the Cube?
Hell yeah.
That's how far back we go, right?
Yes, I know it all. That was it. But like my favorite thing was backyard pools in the day.
Yeah.
But we were 4-wheel drive. We did everything. So
Yeah.
we just wanted something with some vert on it. Now everything's made pretty good. So yeah, I just skated to New Vance place.
Are you a shortboard guy right now?
Yes. What do you mean short?
Are you hard wheels or soft?
Soft. Just a regular skateboard.
I know, but there's so many different kinds of wheels now.
Well, there's some soft. If you want to go speed.
They're not doing the urethane poly.
You can change your wheels for different places and where it gets rougher and that kind of stuff. I just do the bones, SPF. Always have. And Indies and that. Yeah, it's always good on the good for me on the board. And I'm not. Geez, if I got technical back in the day, I was used to just riding trash. So everything I get now is all new. Like I'm able to purchase what I want. Yeah. So it's nice and clean. It feels real good. But we just drive trash. You complain about your board or complain about how high the wall is. You get you made fun of.
Did you hear about that guy that they caught him on the west side of State Street?
They caught him on the west side. What did that mean?
Well, so he lived on the west side of State Street, and he worked on the east side of State Street, And so back in the 80s, they were testing the CIA technology, and they put a tracker collar around his neck.
So you're saying the dude had a tracker collar on his neck?
Yeah, and so he crossed the east side. He crossed into the east side from the west side, and the collar had a shocker on it. It shocked him so bad that half of his head blew up.
Why was he wearing a shocker again?
Because he was testing technology for a company that wanted to track people.
And it was here?
Yeah.
What was his name?
They don't even know.
But I bet you that story's out there. I'll try to find it and put it on. Put it on the big screen.
Yeah.
For everybody to
crazy.
see.
It's crazy, yeah.
So it's a tracker.
Yeah, he had a tracker around his neck because you couldn't. They were testing boundaries technology, keeping people in a boundary.
Are they following them or killing them if they go too far past the boundary? Or was it a following?
It's like a dog shock collar, and it malfunctioned, and half his head got blown off.
Oh man, I shot Morgan in the face. Why the fuck you do that?
It's a story you're not gonna find anywhere.
I'll find it.
It got hushed down. Really.
What if I don't find it? Don't find it.
Yeah, you're not gonna find that.
But what they think? I mean.
Yeah.
They keeping him in like a pinball where he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the purpose of it. I mean,
just dogged him up.
Well, have you heard that all these new apartments going up everywhere? It's all they're all empty, and they're just for like when the shit hits the fan, they're just gonna throw everybody in these apartments.
They're gonna
keep them in.
Why?
I don't know.
What are they gonna do? So we're just making these apartments to keep people in.
Yeah, they'll give them some top ramen, a couple of beers.
For what occasion?
And a TV and the internet.
What occasion? For testing occasions?
Who knows, man?
Who knows what testing month is?
Yeah. You never know.
Testvember. Or no, doesn't it have tons of names for these months? Human testing November.
I don't know, this is No Shave Your Nuts November.
It's something like that. There's tons, but who knows what
Nobody ever knows.
Don't use my right leg November.
Yeah. Cut off my left pinky toe.
See how it
October.
works. For people that have a limp.
Yeah, have you seen how many national days they have now? Like National Dog.
Today's a day of some kind.
National Cat Day. Like we should start coming up with what's the national day today?
Salt-free day? I don't know.
National Salt-Free. Don't eat anything with salt in it today.
Salt-free?
Yeah. That means you can't eat, basically.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
And then the next day you can get a salt lick out. And start working it with your horse buddies.
Yeah, you just go get a big old thing of Morton salt and just be like,
yeah.
Just pour all that saltiness into you.
Salt's good.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it gets the blood thinned up a bit.
It does. Good thinner.
Are you a sugar or a salt guy?
More salt.
Yeah. So you'll do a bag of potato chips over a Snickers.
Sure like some Snickers. I'm a bad eater, man.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'll just not just one Snickers, tons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just goes at me. I
Yeah.
just eat bad. I'm a bad eater. I try to fix it. And being here is
Did
tripping.
you hear about the Canyon Sev up there at the mouth of Big Cottonwood?
No, I know what you're talking about.
So back in the 80s,
This is 80s?
Halloween's just over, I know, folks, but this story will put hair on your tongue. I mean, it's crazy.
I know this 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so back in the 80s, and this is another story you won't be able to find because nobody really knows about it. And I'm the only one I'm the arbiter of like these hidden stories of the Wasatch Front.
Gotcha.
So back in the 80s, this guy was up camping up Little Willow Canyon.
Little Willow?
Little Willow. It's in between, or Deaf Smith, either way. I can't remember which one's which. It's in between Big and Little Cottonwood Canyon. Shout out Big and Little Cottonwood.
Go to those canyons, yeah.
So he's up there camping one night. He's got his guitar. He's up there chilling. He's just, cooking up a dog. Just full moon night. Hear the stream running right by his camp spot. He's way up the canyon.
Okay.
And he hears a noise. He hears a strange moaning noise. Like, oh, someone help me! Help me! Gets up from his camp spot. Walks down probably 30 feet to the river. Full moon night. Right by the river is a man that's there, and he's like crawling towards him, and his head is shaved, and he's naked, and he's like, oh shoot, man! So he ran back up to his camp spot, grabbed his blanket, and went down and grabbed the guy and put his blanket around him and said, hey, get up here, we got a fire going. I got a fire going, come up here. And the guy sat down and told him one of the weirdest stories of all time.
So the weirdest wasn't seeing the guy?
That was just the beginning.
But he's gonna tell.
Yeah. So back in the early 80s, this guy that he found up the canyon had gone into the Canyon 7-Eleven. He'd gone into it, went into the bathroom to take a shit, and when he was sitting on the toilet, these robotic arms came out and cramped onto him, and the toilet dropped down into a shaft, onto a old minecart kind of shaft, and he went up inside underneath the mountains on a toilet minecart.
What are you talking about? Are you talking?
Yeah. And he went up and he went through all these caves and these weird places, and then he apparently he ended up at the church vaults. You know where the church vaults are?
Yeah, what a creepy place.
Yeah, and he...
Seat's right up there, folks. Right up there. Let's see if I can get a little closer. You know, we see like building structure there. Let's get in. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's a joint right in there. Right in there. Freaking locked up. Vaults in there. As close as we can get. If you want to hike in there, they'll tase you up there. There, close as we can get. They'll tase you up there. They do a lot more, just like the story tells.
He was being tested there for years.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Dude,
Okay.
you're not gonna find this story
I'm gonna
anywhere
find
else,
it.
dude. And so he was being tested up there for years, and then he escaped through the air vent the night the guy was camping, and wound because the air vents come out
I know what
the
you're
other
talking
side
about.
of the canyon, and he escaped through one of the air vents and went down into the canyon looking for help and found that camper, and the rest is history.
Really?
Yeah, but you imagine that you're sitting there taking a shit, and just the whole toilet just goes down into the shaft.
Yeah, I'm
And then
imagining it.
You're
What are you
sitting,
talking
on,
about?
you're sitting on a toilet seat on a mine track going through the mountains.
What do you mean?
Yeah. There's technology that's been around
I
that
know.
people aren't aware of.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Remember the mine cart right at the end?
Yeah,
That's where this came from. So he gets dropped down inside a
Yeah, I know
cave,
exactly.
And then he's on a toilet though. With
That's what I'm
wheels,
imagining.
And he's strapped down, and they're just like hauling him.
That's
towards,
exactly
like-
what I'm imagining. Exactly what you said. That part. About that, I'll put that clip in there, maybe. I'm told.
Watch it!
Are you imagining that on a toilet? But hey, who knows what they're doing up in that part of the mountain? For
You
real,
never
Who
know.
know- You never know.
Yeah.
The latter day.
Did you hear about the first skier in Utah?
No.
You never heard that story?
No.
Scare the hell out of you, dude.
Wait a minute. Why do
Yeah.
I need to do it? What did he do? Why do I need to hear it?
He ground up his neighbor into bone and then sealed the bone in the shape of a ski and made 2 skis out of his neighbor's bones, and that's when skiing first hit Utah.
Bone Rider? Is that okay? I'm gonna look that one up. I'm gonna look it all up.
Yeah, you know any crazy stories?
Me? Nah. What stories do I about here? It's like a lot of this is like a lot of devil worshipings out here. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to visit my brother in Provo,
Mm-hmm.
and the old BYU, what's it called? Or old? It was run down.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you abandon buildings.
Is it the old mental asylum?
No, it was all kinds of stuff. It was theaters, all kinds of stuff there.
Yeah.
And so we used to ditch school
Yeah.
and go to this. I think it's the old BYU. I don't like the old
Is
building.
it up on the hill?
It was up Provo Road or something. And like in there, you did, you can go. You'd find different tunnels and things, and you'd come into round rooms with candles and
Yeah.
crucifixes and all the
Yeah.
satanic worship spots, chickens. They had seats with people's names on it.
Oh, yeah.
It goes low in the basement and get cold. It was just a fun thing. This one guy used to take me around, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm never going back in there again.
Yeah.
They ditched their. The time in this, forgot. I think it's the old BYU building. Before, this is long ago. You're talking 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But that was a place to ditch. Now the place to ditch is just going home. For
When
kids, ditching was the thing, man.
When
But
I
that
was-
was a place. That was
Yeah.
insane. Like there's different places where like things were boarded off, but you had to climb over and into rooms that were just
Huh.
yeah.
Was it like an abandoned building?
Yeah, full
Basically.
abandoned. They did different stuff there.
Yeah.
Now it's finally torn down.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that went down in there. Like, imagine like an old university just run down, but sitting there with the fence around it for 10 to 20. Like, people are in there having a good time.
Have you heard of the Dream Mine?
Dream Mine? No.
So if you go up Spanish Fork Canyon, if you're driving just, right before the wind wheels at Spanish Fork Canyon, have you been up there lately?
It
leads up into Helper and Price, goes back into the backwoods of Utah. So it's just past Provo.
Okay, yeah.
And then Spanish Fork,
Yeah.
and then you take a left and you go up that canyon.
I know someone
And
with
there's
a
some
cabin
wind
up that
wheels
way.
up there. But if you take a look before you go up into the canyon, you look over to the right in Salem, Utah, on the side of a mountain is a mine.
Huh.
And it's non-functioning right now. But back in the 1940s or 30s, 50s, somewhere, a guy had a vision that there was gold inside that mountain. And it was a very Mormon-esque kind of vision, like. And so he started a mine, and he started digging into.
This is the mine that's there.
It's really it's really there.
Okay.
It's non-functioning right now. You can actually still even invest in it if you want to, because supposedly there's so much gold in the mine that it could save the country if we ever went bankrupt, which is bullshizzle.
Yeah.
Would you believe it? Possibly a buried treasure right here in the state of Utah?
Well, thousands of Utahns say there is ancient gold, now worth perhaps billions of dollars, inside caves on a hillside in Utah County. Jeremy Harris tells us more about the legend and how you can share in the treasure if it is ever found.
It sounds like an incredible urban legend. An ancient people stashed their gold in a cave where it remains waiting to be discovered. But for thousands of Utahns, it is more than an urban legend. They've bought stock in what's called the Dream Mine, and for 120 years, they say they've been waiting for the mine to finally give up its treasure.
He had a dream that there was gold.
Anyone who lives here knows the Utah mountains are full of treasures. But on this mountain above Salem in Utah County, there's believed to be actual treasure, as in buried, ancient, golden treasure.
Now that's a lot of gold.
That is, if you're a dream miner.
But it's supposed to be pretty rich. I mean, if everything is what it is supposed to be, it'll be very rich.
This is the mine that dream miners say will hold the key to a buried treasure left by an ancient group called the Nephites from the LDS scripture, the Book of Mormon.
They've said that there's 7 or 9 rooms full of refined Nephite gold that are buried in it. That's pretty far-fetched.
Inside and untouched, they say the treasure is waiting for the dream mine prophecy to be fulfilled.
Amazing things happened.
The legend of the mine goes back to 1894 when a Mormon bishop named John Coyle said he was visited by heavenly messengers who showed him the buried treasure in the mountain. According to written record, the messenger took John to a mountain just east of Salem and showed him a rich Nephite gold mine. He was instructed that he was to drill tunnels in that mountain.
At the far end of it.
That's what Bishop Coyle did.
That's where the cap would be.
The mine operated in stages for years. Now the dream miners say they're waiting for the time when the mine starts again and they can find the buried treasure.
They firmly believe that messengers will come back again and tell them when to start, when to dig. They've done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I go up that way. I've got actually.
I actually want to go up. We should go up there for an episode and just see if we can get in.
We should.
Maybe cut the gates or something.
Cut the gates and just sit back.
Yeah. Get arrested. Who gives a shit?
Cares.
Yeah.
These days, who cares?
Cut.
No, you let him go. But I don't.
It's like the rattlesnake.
Sorry about
it's like
me
the
not
rattlesnake.
believing. I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't try to touch the rattlesnake because it's gonna bite you.
Yeah.
You don't just let him slither away.
But I know things to leave alone. I don't believe in that ghost stuff or anything. But
Yeah.
no,
Oh, you will. You will.
I don't.
You will soon. I'll prove it to you.
Well, I've tried to see and it doesn't.
I'll prove it to you.
I don't need to find. I'm not searching for it. But
I will be
have
a
not
rattlesnake.
been.
I
don't
bite
believe
you.
any of it. I think it's
I
just
will bite you.
But that's just me open for
Bite me.
discussion.
Bite me.
Open for discussion and believing in ghosts. That's all. I don't think any of that stuff. Or
Yeah,
you pray hard enough and someone's healed. I don't. It just happens.
I believe in it.
There's something there. I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't.
I believe in the power of healing.
I don't go. Believe me. Some things I stay away from.
Do you stay away from fast food?
No.
What's your favorite fast food joint?
My favorite fast food joint. McDonald's for life.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a Mickey D's guy?
Forever.
What do you get there?
You get a number 2 or with the fries. The McRib was back for a little bit. That was good.
You ate the McRib?
Man, that stuff was gold when I grew up. My mom used to make.
Remember the McPizza?
I'd say that's because of my favorite fast food or something like that. Sitting around having the fries, but my mom would make things out of homemade bread and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I always thought McDonald's was the shit.
I don't do a lot of fast food.
I know. I shouldn't. A lot of people don't. They don't. They shouldn't.
It's sometimes when you're in a hurry, you just need to
Yeah.
drive something.
Get yourself a JVC.
Yeah.
That's Wendy's. You get yourself one of them
I don't do Wendell's.
quick McBitchins, they call it. Where
Really?
you get a McDouble, right? And a spicy chicken. And you put them together. McBitchin.
Ah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
You get it with some buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on. Those are easy. Those are like quick power bars before you hit the,
Yeah.
before you go off and go work, go skate or go to work. Just, okay, I'm ready to go. Because, eating, for me, is just to survive. Pleasure's kind of gone.
I call it getting.
Pleasure's
I call
a good
it,
time.
I call it getting grub in your tub.
Yeah.
You need some grub in your tub.
Yeah.
When you got a tub as big as my tub, you gotta get some grub.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of fast food though.
Yeah, I know, it's good.
Yeah.
Jeez. Always Mexican's a favorite of food.
Well, you Del Taco or?
No, like if Mexican food, it's just always been my favorite.
I love Mexican food.
You can't, it's always good.
You ever been to Red Iguana? Shout out Red
Yes.
Iguana.
I finally went there. Everybody said it forever.
It's my
And
favorite.
I'm gonna go,
It's my favorite.
I'm going to go to Red Iguana.
Yeah.
And I was planning it, make it an event because food is a good time too.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Red Iguana. That place is great, man. It's good. And I went to Lone Star up before the canyon. I don't know if you've been there.
Lone Star Taqueria?
Yeah.
Place is a classic legend, dude.
I went there
Their
too.
food is so good.
I don't know why I stayed away from the classic. Now it's time to go to.
That's a legendary
Well,
place.
food's a good time.
Yeah.
It's
hard to get in there. It's hard to get in there because it's an old Eat a Burger. Do you remember Eat a Burger? You
Yes, that's so old.
probably
Yeah.
weren't in Utah.
I remember
at that
Eat a
time.
Burger.
Yeah.
I remember stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when people they say they're going out, they say we're gonna go eat, and what else you want to do? I said go and eat, and that's a good time right there.
Yeah.
If you go to a good place.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole. If you have nothing else to do, go get yourself something.
Yeah, I would highly recommend Lone Star Taqueria.
Place was good.
Yeah.
So
If you can get in there, you usually got to hit it up around 4 o'clock if you want to beat the dinner crowd.
But yeah, the other places. I was thinking of a business to open. It's called Chick-fil-A Sundays, where it's open on Sunday, and you get the profit for it. You put a whole new crew in there. No,
It couldn't be affiliated.
they're
with
losing
Chick-fil-A.
millions on missing a Sunday. I only keep it open on Sunday. Be world famous. The Sunday open Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'll just take the profit from that. It's all good.
I had this idea because I make really good guacamole.
Well,
So
what's
I had
wrong?
this
Where is
idea
it?
for a guacamole food truck.
Yeah. Oh,
Mexican food truck, and it would be called Guac This Way.
you're in the right place for that stuff. Right here in Utah, everybody jumps in the truck and does something. Go walk this way when we see it. I'd like to see Guac this way.
Or my mom has a really good scone recipe, so we were
Scones
thinking
are
about
good.
talking about the scone zone. The scone truck, dude.
Scone zone.
Step inside the scone
You
zone.
can have some fun with stuff like that.
Yeah.
All you need is a truck and change it
You
once
ever
a
had a
week.
homemade scone?
Yes. My mom makes them too.
Yeah.
They're the best. Oh my goodness. You make me want to go make one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Little
one.
honey butter, some cinnamon.
Scone burgers.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds.
Well, I never really liked, what was that scone cutter place?
I didn't like because it wasn't
That place
scone.
those weren't real scones.
But it's still open somewhere.
Yeah, it's...
Scone cutter.
Yeah.
It is the
That place was greasy.
Yeah.
That place was nasty.
You still end up there sometimes. It's 24 hours.
Yeah. People would end
It's
up...
bread cutters, I'd say.
Alright, so where were we? We're telling stories?
What were you just doing?
Oh, I'm writing a story here. We got the Endless Poem. Shout out to the Endless Poem.
Shout out.
It's on a reel. It's on a reel of credit card paper. About halfway done. Hopefully I'll get her done before the end of the year. It's all mumbo jumbo.
It's beautiful.
Mumbo jumbo.
You get a good reading. You should have an event.
Yeah, well, I highly
The
doubt
reading
anybody's
notice.
going to want to read it, yeah.
Wow.
It's just exercises in, how do you say mumbo jumbo?
Mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. What does mumbo jumbo mean to you?
Just jibber jabber.
That's all it is jibber jabber.
So, do you want to talk about where you went?
When?
Do you want to talk about what event you just went to? It was sold out. I couldn't get to.
Oh, I don't even think
Over
it
at
was
Liquid
sold out.
Joe's. It was. I tried.
Shout out to Pat Roach, the cheeseburger picnic. It was good. It was fun.
What's it? Cheeseburger picnic?
Yeah, he's the Randy from Trailer Park Boys, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah. What does it entail when you go to see that? I mean, what does
He had a guy playing.
I mean, he has a whole
guitar.
show. He took
he had
out
a guy playing
Spasmatics
guitar.
to play that night.
Yeah, right. Fucking Spasmatics.
But he took that out to have a show. And
Yeah.
no comedian sells out like that, so that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it was fun. I mean, I just wanted to see the guy for nostalgia reasons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it really wasn't that cool. I mean, it was just kind of fun to go out with some friends and just.
Was it cool to others? Is it open for the?
Oh yeah, people
Okay.
loved it. He's a funny guy. I mean, he's just a random funny guy. So.
Doing? Just shaving my chest, bud. I have, on my special days, I like to have a bath, get some suds going. And today is my cheat day. I'm on, taking better care of myself and just trying to eat better. So once a week, I'm allowed to eat whatever I want. So I got myself some burgers and onion rings and chicken fingers, and it's gonna be a good feast.
Why are you being such a grumpy fuck right now?
Randy, put my cheese on, please.
There you go. You want your bun toasted?
Yes, I want my fucking bun toasted. You know I like my buns toasted.
Close it up. You gotta keep it closed for like 10 seconds.
What kind of shit do you got to put on here?
We got some.
All these fucking circulator things.
That's pineapple, Ricky. Some people like a Hawaiian burger.
I thought pineapple only came in little squares.
And nothing wrong with Trailer Park Boys, I tell you.
Yeah. Absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
I'll put that in there. I mean, I think putting tags like that puts people to watch it if you go to Trailer Park Boys or something. Yeah. Is this thing on? Yes, good.
Yeah, we on?
Yeah. So yeah,
Check.
we're talking about food. And
Kathy in the back. We on?
Yeah. Okay, Kathy. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah. The Chick-fil-A not open on Sunday, so you can go. Let's say you go Saturday and just buy burgers or buy the. Burgers.
Buy all the food and then microwave it the next day?
No, buy all the food and then open a truck for Sundays.
Would they let you do that?
And then sell it for double. I don't know how many times I roll into Chick-fil-A for a nice chicken sandwich, and they're closed on Sundays. All around the valley, so.
Well, they're just them good Christian folk.
Is it Christian? I don't know. Billions, so.
Yeah.
We'll open one on just Sundays only. Yeah.
What about Chuckarama? Is that open on Sundays?
Yeah, sure is. You gotta get the family in there. The choice is yours.
I call it up Chuckarama.
Yeah, well, the choice is yours in Chuckarama.
Yeah. Some people love that shit.
Buffets ain't bad. I don't see it working though. I
Yeah.
mean, buffet. What do you? 1 round, 2 round? I think the best is buffet wise. Vegas buffets are good, but there's Golden Corral. I think
I've never even been to Golden Corral.
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll sponsor us.
They do stuff like that. People do.
We should just
I've got a sponsor.
We
but
should
we
go
don't
into
talk
the
about
Golden
right now.
Corral one day.
It's
and
not
just
come up
film.
to it yet. I know.
Just set the camera up and the 2 fake mics. Just sit there and eat.
Why not? Not at Golden Corral. But there's what's that place? The grill place where you can all you can eat meat. What's that place called?
The Mongolian barbecue?
No, that was good.
Place nasty.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Benihana's?
No, where you have the thing and they spring you meat all day.
Oh, the Brazilian, yeah. Churrascaria.
Churrascaria?
Yeah, what the hell is it called here?
There's a Brazilian something name.
Yeah, steakhouse.
Brazilian grill or...
Yeah, I forgot what they call
I
it.
forget everything. Yeah. Huh.
I even forgot your name.
It's still the same. It's still the same. And they do it here too. Just with everybody, I think everybody needs to get with it.
Get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit and get with it. Like, support it. Like, I swear there could be so much more done with so much with stuff, and that's everywhere around.
Well, we have the Utah Arts Festival, which is big.
Yeah.
We have Craft Lake City, which is big. The Urban Arts Festival, which is big. And then the Park City Arts Festival is one of the biggest arts festivals in the country.
That's great. Yeah, and what I'm saying is, that's great. Just keep it coming. That's what I'm saying. People keep bringing it. Keep making those things happen.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it happen. It's just dudes like us and people that are there make it happen. You don't make it happen, don't happen. So, that goes for everywhere.
This is a low key spot too. I mean, there's no reason some artist out there, writer, musician, skater, athlete in the mountain sports or something wouldn't want to just come sit down and just
things get too prettied up. We need to, I don't know. Everybody needs to dig deep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dig deep around the world and bring it. And what your cause is,
Did you hear that? So, do you know what Lake Bonneville is?
Yeah.
The ancient lake that was here.
Whoa, you're going ancient.
Yeah.
Where you see the shoreline over here.
So Wasatch Boulevard was the shoreline.
Okay.
They say the lake's coming back someday.
Okay.
So
prepare for it.
There might be some good recreation in this valley.
Yeah.
The Great Salt Lake is only a small remnant of a much larger glacial freshwater lake, today called Lake Bonneville. It existed until its natural boundary collapsed at Red Rock Pass in Idaho. The catastrophic flood that followed was immense. Nearly 1,000 cubic miles of water escaped Lake Bonneville, changing the landscape for hundreds of miles. Floodwaters 300 feet deep rushed through Snake River Canyon, moving giant boulders and creating Shoshone Falls. It then passed through Hell's Canyon and finally drained into the Pacific Ocean through the Columbia River Gorge. Eventually, this drainage and evaporation brought the lake down to its current size. You can still see the shoreline of Lake Bonneville on the mountains surrounding the Great Salt Lake. Today, more than 1 million people live in this area, which was once under 1,000 feet of water. Archaeological digs on the shoreline reveal the bones of woolly mammoths, musk oxen, ancient camels, and giant bears. What a different place this used to be.
this whole place,
skiing,
you
you
can
know?
tell when you get here.
Maybe those
flooded.
apartment buildings will be underwater. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
You know.
Where they gonna put people for Test November?
Yeah, then you can have Dive December, where you go on a dive and explore the ancient ruins of Salt Lake.
Exactly. Yeah, it was, like I said, I went to a cool event, man. Did it for the kids, got to skate the Vans Park. And all those people were there, you know, supporting the cause and doing the thing. Pretty fun. I got to skate all day, which is really good. I skate all morning. I like things where I don't have to get off my board and just cruise around. But it's up to you. But this ain't really, about skating shows, so. But it's there. I mean, yeah.
When are you gonna grow a mustache?
I don't know, man. I've done it before.
Get it on.
Join the crew.
You can do the
but then you lose your face.
Remember when you had the Shitler?
Yeah, but here's the thing about mustache and that kind of then I just don't want someone to like it.
Yeah.
And then you lose your face. I kind of look like a face that's been a shape that it should have a mustache.
You've got a pretty shitty face.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But like, if you'd be too committed to this stash that you get, and then you're like, dang, where'd he go? So you keep it even. You try to go up and down.
Yeah.
People were just like your beard.
Once
it's gone, you're like, who the hell is that guy?
Here, like,
I know. When you shave it, he's like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
If you keep it even, then you don't say who's that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I try to keep it up and down. But yeah, hell yeah, I should get a stash. You're right.
Stash it up for the winter.
You get this first, then you
keep
get the
that
stash.
upper lip warm, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stiff upper lip, as they say.
Yeah.
In the back of the car,